And welcome everybody, Don Giannetti, lighting-essentials.com and project52prosystem.com. Today we're going to be looking at consumer products. For product shooting, these are common sort of everyday items, everything from toasters to headphones to microphones, just consumer products. Generally, we in this particular assignment, we stick to electronic consumer products, but they're all about the same. The point of shooting a consumer product is to show the consumer what it looks like, show them what it feels like, give them an idea of the dimensionality of the item and the quality of the build. This is important whether you're shooting shoes, handbags, stereos, phones, whatever. And it's our job as commercial photographers and product photographers to take those items, those everyday items, and make them look great. I don't know if you realize it, but somebody has to photograph everything that you see out there as an ad or a brochure, the product sheet. Someone had to photograph it. I'm sitting here at my desk and I'm looking at a electric pencil sharpener that I keep here, and the photograph that I saw of this item before I bought it was beautifully done. It's a pencil sharpener. Now, if you think it's easy to do that, you've never done it. And good luck to you with that, because it's not easy. It shouldn't be easy, and it never will be easy. It is a challenge. It's always a challenge. The point that I want to make to you all as we get into this, is that product photography can be exciting, it can be difficult, and it can be fun. It can be a lot of fun. People photography, of course, a lot of people love to shoot other people, and I love that. I think it's great. I love shooting people as well. I love faces, are just fantastic. But you need to have somebody else, and they need to show up, and you need to coordinate schedules. When you shoot product, you can do it any time, whether it's raining outside or sunshine outside, or it's hot or it's cold, or it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't make any difference. You can set it up and shoot it. If every photographer who wanted to shoot anything started as a tabletop product photographer, you would learn so much more about light, shape, dimension, and composition than starting anywhere else, even landscape. It's truly a technical just a technical explosion of ideas. You've got to have everything down, from your lighting to your fill lighting to your main lighting, key lighting, composition, sharpness, depth of field. It all comes into play. So let's take a look at some shots here. We've got Anders Ericsson's beautiful headphones here. And Anders shot them on a piece of cloth. You can see that. You see the light coming around the headphones there. But I think what's extraordinary is look at the light up on the top here. Look at this highlight here and the highlight there. Do you see how this little highlight gives the dimension to that piece of the headphones, whatever you want to call it, the thing that goes over the head? Do you see it comes down and it wraps under? So you get an idea what that thing is like. You get an idea of the pliability of it, the thickness of it, how it fits on your head, all of those things. Over here, you've got the type of material used here. Look at the bright chrome here. We've got the plastic. We've got a shiny but with a tooth to it material here, plastic material, a little bit rough. This is a little bit shinier than that. The headphones, we see the leather in it. We see the stitching here and the detail. It's really, really nice. You get everything from this picture that you want to get. You know what that headphone looks like, feels like. You know everything about it except what it sounds like. And you know what? You got to buy it to hear that. Here's his behind the scenes. So we've got a gridded softbox over the top and some very well placed cards. Notice the white cards are right up underneath this. So Anders shot it without the cards and then with the cards, and then replaced the cards with the information he shot when he shot it without the cards. So let's go back and look at that. He just shot it like this, so we got all this texture. Then he shot the cards, then he put the card layer above this layer, and simply with a mask painted out the cards and left this. Notice what the cards are doing. They're keeping this from just melting right into that black felt or material that he's using. Look at it again. See how the cards, they're bouncing up. They're giving that headphone dimension. Would that happen in real life? No. But that's one of the things about shooting product. We don't shoot it for real life. We have to make it look better than real life. Greg Kindred decided to shoot an Alexa, and so we have nice highlights down the side here. We see the color. Now he had to do 2 exposures, one for the color, one for the side, and he also has, as you can see it right here, he's got a little highlight right there that's getting some light right on that logo, so we know it's an Amazon. You also can see a little second highlight right there. This highlight, bright to dark, bright gradient off, to the dark, to another highlight, to dark, to a highlight, to dark, to another highlight that's gradient bright to the edge, makes this thing seem very round. It is round, but you can see that if you didn't light it correctly, it may not look round to the viewer. Really well done. This is Greg's behind the scenes shot. So he's using this boom with a 30-degree grid and 2 stops of neutral density just to pop the Amazon logo there. Then he's using a huge 30 by 40 softbox all the way around with the scrim that goes all the way around. It's got the 30 by 40 softbox behind the scrim. And the scrim is lighting up. You can see where it's lighting up. And it's going bright in the center. That's where the softbox is. Bright in the center. And then as it comes out, it gets less and less bright on that scrim. See? The light on that scrim is gradient. Let's go back and look at our Alexa. See it? It's really bright. And then it gets a little softer to the edge, creating that gradient. That's what scrims are for. That's why I like them so much more than I like soft boxes, the hard edge of a soft box. Scrims are just a little more delicate. Really nice shot by Greg Kindred in Kansas City. Michael Carpenter decided to shoot a tablet and a pen, and he just shot it with absolute clean light and clean representation. It folds off, so he lets it fold off. Got a nice soft highlight on the top, little shadow under the pen to give it dimension, and then he just lets it fall off right on the side. It's simple, it's well designed, and it's well lit. Very large scrim, small softbox back there, putting it through the scrim. You can see he's shooting from that side. This isn't quite the same shot as the behind the scenes. That's turned towards the camera. So just that one softbox, but the softbox is so big that this unit reflects the entire softbox. All of that is softbox on it. It's just a very well done photograph. He's got a little grid spot on it. The grid is aimed right here. It does almost nothing as far as giving it a specular. And the reason that is because the angle of incidence, angle of reflection, we're not going to see a specular from that speed light up there. The specular is being bounced over here. We're just seeing this area get a little bit brighter. You can see it right in there. Really, really nice shot. We've got a product shot by Mitch Heil, some speakers. I think this is for a surround sound or something. But you can see the detail all the way through this is very sharp. We got the lights all lit up in here. Again, multiple exposure. Got to get those lights are going to be a different exposure than the unit with the soft boxes and the lights and the whole bit. He's got that light hitting the very shiny silver back, almost flaring, but not quite. And that gives us so much dimension to these speakers coming out. Notice how clean the speakers are reproduced. that shiny plastic. We've got some hard edges right here, so we know it's shiny. How did Mitch do it? Just like that. He's got cards for either one. This card is reflected in that speaker. This card is reflected in that speaker. Let's go look again. Do you see? The speaker sees nothing but the card. The card is the light source. The speaker is shiny gloss, so it actually shows us what it sees, which is the long, tall reflector boards. Next up is Mark Lund with, I think this is a Wi-Fi unit. I'm not really sure. Very simple unit. You can see the horizon just peeping through right about there, so it feels comfortable sitting on the ground here. It's sitting on some black plexi, so it's reflecting back. This shot was surprisingly challenging. Here's your behind the scenes. We've got some fill cards way up front. Look how tight they are to the product here. And they've got some shiny stuff on it. Mark is using a black field lighting. That's a soft box back here, coming through both sides of this black board, and that's what is lighting the edges of this thing. Let's go back to it. That edge and that edge are the reflections of that light and that light. He's got mesh at the bottom to reduce the highlights, so the highlight's a little bit brighter at the top. Let's go back and look at it. A little bit brighter up here, gets a little softer down here. Hey, it's product photography. Look how much fun it can be, and look how detailed it is. The crinkly, shiny stuff up front is giving us our highlight right here, and also lighting up the front of this panel here. Mark had to do a second exposure to get these little lights to light up and to get that light up to light up there. The light up there to light up. That's what I meant to say. But look how well he did it. So not a simple shot, and he did a really good job. This is another one of Mark's in the shower. It's not really in the shower. It's actually in the studio, but it's a little, I guess it's a Wi-Fi speaker or something for the shower. Here's Mark's setup, doing it right there in the studio on a piece of marble, which you can get at Home Depot or anywhere like that, Lowe's. A strobe and a softbox behind a scrim from this side. It's got a little speed light, which is just popping the water drops, just giving them a little bit of snap. Let's see. So let's see that. See the water drops? Got that little pop of snap on that side of it, and that's Mark's speed light up here, just to give it a little pop, and the strobe on this side. So that's a look at some consumer products. We've got Mark Lund in Columbus, and another shot by Mark Lund in Columbus. Nicely done, very tight product shots. We have Mitch Heil, and we have Michael Carpenter, and we've got Greg Kindred in Kansas City, and Andre Eriksson over in Sweden. So I hope you enjoyed these images and enjoyed the work that the photographers put into them, because it's a lot of work, much more than you think, but it's a lot of fun too. Give it a shot. Really grab something and really have fun shooting it. Thank you very much. We'll see you all next time. Take care.